How I learned this language. Actually, guys, you all know that I'm completely head over heels in love with this language. Maybe that is what exactly led me to reach this fluency. And in this journey, I have gone through a lot of things, guys, ups and downs, struggles, hardships, circumstances, what not, guys. I have tasted each and everything in this journey, and that is what I'm telling you, that is what I'm teaching you in each and every one of my videos. So please try to watch those videos. You will also get to know how I'm exactly tackling all those problems in order to reach this fluency. I'm not saying that I'm fluent in this language. Still, there is a lot that I need to explore, that we all have to explore. But to reach this fluency, there are a lot of things that I did when I was a beginner, when I reached at intermediate level. So what are the things exactly that I did and that forced me to learn this language, that really helped me to get this fluency? So the first one is, guys, observation. Wherever I go, the moment I step out of the house, what I do, I start observing the things, whatever that are happening around me, observing the things that are happening in front of my eyes. When I started learning this language, I got into the habit of observing everything meticulously, especially about this language, guys. You do not believe me, and you wonder if I had done this. What is that? I used to just read those banners and the pamphlets that we put up on the wall when we walk through the streets on the road. And you know what, guys? In those banners or in those pamphlets, we can learn something new in English. Whenever the pamphlets or banners comes up with the English language, I try to learn, or I try to scan through the lines of those English language. I just think like, even if I can learn one word from those banners or from those pamphlets, it is going to be a good for me. It is going to be excellent work for me, because all I need to do is just to learn English words, just to learn, or just to improve my English. No matter how much efforts I'm putting, no matter how much I'm learning, at least I'm learning this much. That is going to be enough for me, and it is going to done all of my work for that particular day. So this is what I used to do, guys. Very easy and simple language they use in pamphlets, or in any advertisement papers. So this is how I used to observe a lot of things in this language, and when I come across them, I used to pay a lot of attention to them. So, and in this way, I started observing the objects and the things, and whenever vehicles goes in front of me or pass by me, I try to observe the vehicles as well. On the backside of the vehicle, sometimes we can observe some beautiful quotations. I also pay my attention to those quotations, guys. You do not believe me if I say all these things, but it is sure, but it is true, guys. You won't believe me, and you don't believe me how much crazy I am when I started learning this language. I'm literally crazy, and I'm completely into this language, and it has become a cup of tea to learn this language and to fall in this language. I completely engross myself in the language. I don't want to surround myself in this language, but I just try to go to the surroundings where that English is available. So this is what I used to do, guys. I never done many things. I never done, I never put any efforts to just surround myself with this language. All I do is just go to those surroundings where that language is available. So this is what I always do. And second one is just focusing on the things, whatever I'm doing. Whenever we learn something new, whenever I try to watch movies, whenever I try to listen to anything, I pay all my attention and all my focus on those words. Sometimes our body will be present and mind will be absent, but I make sure that I'm giving my 100% to listen to each and everything, whatever I'm watching or whatever I'm listening to, so whatever I'm reading. So I just apply this method to whatever I do in order to improve my English. And this is also what I do whenever I step out, whenever I go to classes, whenever I attend some classes, these some lecturers will be there who uses English, who uses little and simple English sentences in our classes. I used to pay attention to those words. I used to eagerly wait for those teachers to use this language. I literally like this language, guys. When when English sentences pop out from someone's mouth, I eagerly wait to just grasp them and to just grab those sentences and to just learn those sentences. And let me tell you a short story, guys. Actually, there used to be my cousin who used to live along with our parents and along with me in our house. For 2 years, I think he stayed with us for 2 years here, and he's a software engineer. So whenever he gets a call from his colleague, he has to speak in English because the colleague is not from our own state. He is from north state, so that is why he has to switch to this language called English. Whenever he tries to speak in English with his colleague, I used to pay my whole attention, guys. I would be all ears to listen what he is saying and how he is expressing his ideas and how he is communicating with him and what kind of accent he is using and how much confident he is while talking in this language. For each and every minute thing, I used to pay attention for each and everything. All my focus should be on him. So this is how I used to do, guys. And I don't know what happens whenever I listen to someone speaking in this language. I just go to them, I just turn to them, I just avert my eyes towards them because I love this language a lot. And the third one is learning vocabulary at my own pace. Whenever I learn something in this language, I just don't do it in a rush and I don't be harsh on myself because I know that I'm capable of learning only this much, because I know that I'm a slow learner and I can grasp only few things, and I can't achieve everything in just a single night, and I cannot achieve this fluency in an overnight. This is not going to happen. So it just takes some days, it just gonna take some months and some years. So we have to just be prepared for each and everything whenever we are trying to achieve this fluency. So this is how, guys, this is how I used to think, and this is how I used to do as well. And when I was a beginner, actually I used to put a lot of pressure on my shoulders. I used to compel myself to get this fluency, but the moment I realized the fact, I started to give up pressurizing myself and I started learning the things at my own pace. I know that I can learn only 3 to 4 vocabulary per day. I can't just force myself to learn vocabulary 10 vocabulary words in a day. What happens if we try to learn 10 vocabulary words instead of 3 to 4 vocabulary words in a day? Yes, listen to me. What happens? Actually, guys, we can't remember all those vocabulary words. If you say you can remember those words, that means you might be a person who is from other planet. Just kidding. Yeah, maybe you can remember, but when it comes to me, I cannot, because I'm a slow learner and it takes time for me to learn and to understand those particular words and to make sentences and to implement those words in a conversation. It is a very lengthy process. So what I do is, instead of learning 10 vocabulary words, I just try to learn 3 to 4 vocabulary words per day. And after learning them, I just try to look up the meaning in the dictionary, and I write synonyms and I write down few example sentences, and after that I just close the book. I do not review, I do not repeat, I do not try to remember. After the day, that means the next day, I try to get down to those words. I try to open the book, and that is when I try to review them, remember them, and repeat them. So all these things happens the next day. Because in one day, I cannot do each and everything. I cannot get each and everything done in that day. Because I have watched a video that is okay for me, that is the task that I need to do in that day. Okay, once I'm done, I just put those things away, and the next day I start doing like a vocabulary task or any listening task like this. So I do not pressurize myself a lot when I'm learning this language, because I don't want to feel burden, I don't want to feel boredom or tiresome or exhausted. I just want to enjoy the process of learning this language. So that is why I just learn in a chunks. It is okay, it is okay, even if it is going to take a lot of time for me to reach the fluency, but surely I will reach definitely this fluency one day. So that is how I used to think, guys. So you should also learn at your own pace. Don't pressurize yourself and don't force or don't compel yourself to get everything done in just 1 hour or in just one day. It has to take the time that it required, guys. So let it take, and please don't be harsh on yourself when you are not getting the results that you have planned, that you have expected from yourself. Sometimes our plans may not happen as we imagine. So just realize the fact and accept the way you are and learn the English language, and whatever you are trying to learn in your life, try to learn them at your own pace. Try to learn after knowing your capability, after knowing your ability and each and everything. Just analyze yourself. If you think you are capable of learning 100%, then just try to learn it. But if you think you are capable of learning only 20% out of 100, it is okay. Just learn them, because something is better than nothing, guys. So try to learn at your pace. There is no one gonna push you, no one gonna force you to learn and to just complete that 100% like this. Nobody will say that. So you can learn happily, and you can enjoy the process as well. Once you start enjoying the process, then nobody can stop you from getting this fluency, and nobody can refrain you from reaching this fluency. So please, guys, try to just inculcate the habits. I'm not trying to force you to to get into the habit of observing and focusing and learning at your own pace. I'm not forcing you to do all these things, but try to analyze yourself. Try to do what is good for you and what is bad for you, and try to, after analyzing, just experiment the things to yourself. If you think it is giving good results to you, then just keep following them. But if you think they are not bearing the fruit, then please avoid them. Start moving to any other method or any technique. So that is all about the video, guys. I hope you would like it, and please do not forget to appreciate yourself for reaching this far in this English journey.